Hey, everybody. Welcome to a brief audio drop for ABA Inside Track. I'm your brief audio drop host, Robert Perry Cruz, with a very short message that we wanted to get out to our listeners. For many of you who've been listening to the show for a long time, you know that every season we do a book club. And you may also know that this summer we decided to just go crazy and do a book club every single month. Some of these are book clubs from the past that only folks on our Patreon page have been able to listen to at this point. Some are brand new that were in the main feed, and some are special book clubs that are going to be locked behind our Patreon page for a year, because only folks who subscribe at our Patreon, patreon.com/ABA Inside Track at the $10 and up level are able to get all of those book clubs right when they come out. And not only do they get those book clubs, but they get 2 CEs for listening to those book clubs. It's a big thank you for subscribing. We love doing this show. We love doing the books. However, things like Patreon do make it a little easier for us to free up time to do all that work. So anyone who's able to subscribe is very much appreciated. And as another big thank you for subscribing, we were talking about how to do the book club for this year. We really loved doing the Summer of Book Club, but we probably won't be able to do a book a month for the remainder of the year. So what we thought would be more fun to do would be to make sure that our patrons still get to pick the books that we're going to be doing this year, because I think that variety is quite fun to see what our patrons pick for us to read. But also, one of the challenges with books, unlike articles, is they can take a very, very long time, which sort of limits which books we're able to put in the polls. So we got together and thought, what if we put together one mega book club poll to come out, right now as you're getting this audio drop. That's right. For free members on our Patreon page, for folks who are subscribing at the $3, $5, $10, or $20 levels, getting all those extra bonuses, anyone who subscribes is going to be able to vote on our book club poll. So knowing all the books in advance will allow us to prepare way ahead of time, so that we're bringing not just our own experience and the content of the book, but also as much extra context as we can. So if you head on over to patreon.com/ABI Inside Track right now, or click on the link that I've put in the podcast description section of your podcast player, you will be taken right to the poll. If you're not a member, it'll let you have the chance to sign up. You can sign up as a free member if you want to check it out. You can sign up as an annual member or a monthly member, whatever works for you. But you'll be able to choose from 15 choices of book that you will be able to select. You can pick as many books as you like. If you see 7 books that you think would be awesome to hear discussed, or books that you loved and you want to hear folks like us discussing, along with you, or see if we share the same thoughts on the book as you do, great. Pick 7 books. What we'll do is we'll pick the top 4 books as your votes are tallied up. Alan is our tiebreaker. He always gets to break the ties. So from that, we'll have a number of votes, and we'll pick the 4 books that have the highest numbers of votes. Highest votes will go earlier in the season. For the most part, we may move that up depending on sort of our personal interest in reading the books. So I'm going to give you the list of books now. But again, go on over to Patreon and you'll be able to see the full list. This is a nice list that all of us came up with 3 to 4 books for the various seasons. If we inadvertently picked the same book, we said, you know what? Great. That means we really want to read that book. We left it in there to cut down the number of competitors. Hopefully it will get picked. So I'm going to read these books just sort of in the order that they're on the page, but the choices on our poll, and this is going to be for the whole year: Discipline Without Punishment, The Proven Strategy That Turns Problem Employees into Superior Performers by Dick Grote. The second choice, or another choice, I should say, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. The next choice, Decolonizing Therapy, Oppression, Historical Trauma, and Politicizing Your Practice by Jennifer Mullen. The next choice, Reimagining Special Education, Using Inclusion as a Framework to Build Equity and Support All Students by Jenna Mancini-Rufo and Julie Costin. Next, Divergent Mind, Thriving in a World That Wasn't Designed for You by Janara Narenberg. Erase Her, A Survivor's Story, How the Best Years of My Life Were Stolen by Conversion Therapy by Cassandra Langer. Blind Spots, Why Students Fail and the Science That Can Save Them by Kimberly Nix Behrens. Unmasking Autism, Discovering the New Faces of Neurodiversity by Devin Price. Impact Players, How to Take the Lead, Play Bigger, and Multiply Your Impact by Liz Wiseman. The Case Against Conversion Therapy, therapy in air quotes, Evidence, Ethics, and Alternatives by Douglas C. Haldeman, editor. It's a collection of writings. The Science of Consequences, How They Affect Genes, Change the Brain, and Impact Our World by Susan Schneider. From Behaving to Belonging, The Inclusive Art of Supporting Students Who Challenge Us by Julie Cawson and Kate McLeod. And The Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body and the Healing of Trauma by Bessel van der Kolk. And the last on the list, Reflective Practice and Supervision by Daphne Hewson and Michael Carroll. So a lot of choices. I know I was very jazzed to pick some of those books, very jazzed to see the list that Alan and Diana and Jackie all put in. I mixed them all up, so you might be able to figure it out if you've listened long enough and know what kind of books we like to read. But I've mixed them all up, so you shouldn't be able to easily figure out who picked what books. So you're not going to say, I'm going to pick all of Rob's books because Rob has the best taste in books, which, maybe is true, maybe it's not, but I don't want this to be biased. So again, patreon.com/ABA Inside Track. Head there now. You can get access to join up as a free member to get access to the poll. If you want to subscribe at the higher levels, the $5 level gets you access to our listener choice polls that come out every season, so you can vote on episodes we do per season, as well as discounts in the CE store. $10 will get you every book club we've ever done, as well as CEs for free. And if you're thinking this is something I want to support long term, we just turned on the annual membership button, so you can subscribe for a full year and you actually get a free month for doing that. Whether it's through subscribing or just from contributing thoughts to our discussions, leaving reviews, any of that. We love it. We love hearing from folks, and we're really, really excited to see what comes out as our top 4 votes, and very excited to get started on reading them this summer for the new year of book clubs. All right. Any case, thanks for listening to our quick audio drop here. We will have an episode coming out very soon. Our June book club is going to be on ethics, and then we'll have another book club in July for patrons only, and then in August for everybody. So many books, so little time. All right, folks. Well, again, just a quick audio drop. We'll be back with a full episode next week, just like normal. But until then, keep responding. Bye.